I have never played chess once in my life. But after today, I will have enough information to play one game of chess and see if I can learn chess in 24 hours. What's going on, guys? I'm Brandon with Everyman Elevated, and today I'm going to be going through 3 different methods of how I can learn the game chess. And once I complete all 3 methods, I will be playing a final game to determine whether I can learn chess in one day. Without further ado, let's hop into the video. What's going on, guys? Everyman Elevated, I'm Brandon, and I do not know about you guys, but you can tell by looking out my window, I really cannot do shit. And since, I'm stuck in the house, I kind of was thinking, why don't I make use of that time? And I've thought about this a few times, and I think I'm going to learn how to play chess. This entire video, I'm going to spend a whole day trying to learn how to play chess. Now, I need to clarify, I know absolutely nothing about chess. I want to make it clear, I know nothing about chess, okay? I know about the pawns, or like the smallest pieces at the front. That's like the only name I know. I would also like to let you guys know I am putting a lot of effort into this video. I'm really striving to make better content, almost kind of like I've been a perfectionist way, I want to make content that people actually want to watch, I understand doing things for myself, doing things that I enjoy is one thing, but that doesn't get you anywhere with YouTube. And to start it off, I am going to make an espresso. I forgot the most important part. How did I forget to play my pretentious coffee shop music? And if you're wondering, I do play my music on a PlayStation 3. To swirl it around, I use toothpicks. Yeah, I'm cheap and not a professional espresso enjoyer. I got this machine for like $10. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it works. Here we go. Definitely gonna need this for learning chess. So I'm gonna switch over to my desktop. I'm gonna switch over to my webcam also, and I'm going to screen record. That way you can see everything I'm learning and trying, and you just get to see how somebody that's never played chess goes about trying it. Alright, everybody, I am on my PC. This is my first time doing a video where I record from my PC with my webcam and with my microphone. But anyway, I'm going to click on the first video that you see here, How to Play Chess, the Ultimate Beginner Guide.
Welcome to the world of chess. My name is Levi Rosman. I'm an international master from New York City.
So my plan, go through this video. I'm not going to show you guys me watching the entire video. I'm going to show key points from this video, go over some things that I've learned. So real quick, I made the camera full screen to show you. I have this small journal and a pen. I normally take this to a cigar lounge, but this is kind of my miscellaneous book, so I'm going to be writing tips that I think will be helpful. I'm probably going to write down like how many points each piece is worth.
One thing about pawns, the way they capture is not forward, it's diagonally one square. So for example, in this position, the white pawn would, oops, sorry, wrong arrow. The white pawn would capture the black pawn like this. That would be the capture of a pawn, okay? Now, there's one other bonus rule of pawns that I'll include here, just for the sake of including it. It will confuse you, and you might be tempted to leave this video, but that rule is called en passant. There is this special rule, I did not invent it, so please don't hate me, which looks something like a software glitch, and it goes like this. If an enemy pawn moves 2 squares, okay, 2 squares, and stands side by side with your pawn, you can take that pawn via something called en passant, in passing, only on this move. If you wait one turn, you can't do it, and it looks like this. Knights. Knights are the most unique. They move on their own color. So a light squared bishop, that's how it moves. Terrific. Now, let's move to knights and bishops together, because those are called the minor pieces and they're worth 3 points. Okay? Bishops are very simple. They can go forward and backward, diagonally, on their own color. Dark square bishop in this case would go all the way down here if it could, but it can go to any of these squares. It can go 1 square, 3 squares, whatever. They're each worth 3. Rooks and queens are actually quite simple. No more fancy L's. Rooks go up, down, left, right, and they're worth 5 points in any direction that they want. So like this, like this, like this. Sorry, not in any direction that they want. I should say, however much distance that they want to cover. The way I want you to think about this, okay, is vision of a piece. What does that mean? Well, let's start with the queen. This queen sees all the way down here, but it's all empty squares. The board is split into emptiness, empty squares, and physical pieces. A piece that is there, that we can see it. Okay? So first things first, the queen sees the pawn. Who else sees the pawn for black? Not for white, but for black. You look around, the rook sees the pawn. So taking this pawn would be a terrible move because the rook would respond with a capture.
That actually kind of makes it easier to like comprehend the game a little bit. Now obviously, like just based off that alone, I would still like be dog shit at the game, but since he has made this aware to me, you know, I wouldn't just go after that pawn, you know, seeing it as a piece to give myself a point. You know, after looking at it in this way, it kind of makes sense to not go after it. It would be pointless. Okay, so I just finished this video. I took some notes, notes that I think would be helpful. I have absolutely dog shit handwriting, so I'm not going to put it on like full screen or anything, because you wouldn't be able to read it. But essentially, I wrote down what each piece is worth in points. You know, like if they take a pawn, 1 point, take a queen, 9 points. I also wrote down, try to control the center ASAP. In this video, it seemed that he was pretty insistent on taking control of the center. I wrote down the en passant rule, which is the unique rule for the pawn. I also wrote down a few other things, but I'm not going to go over it. I will link his video and everything that I show in this video down in the description. Method 1 is out of the way, so now we're going to move on to method 2. So it seems that everybody and their mother is using AI. You look everywhere, you look on TV, it's a commercial or an ad for AI. So I figured, why not? Let's see if AI can help us. Maybe AI can teach us how to play chess. Let's see what it has to say. Can you teach me how to play chess? Absolutely. Chess is a great game to learn. I'll keep this friendly and simple, and we'll build up step by step. Basically, it's telling me to reply with my move. And the question is, what move should I play to this position? It says white has king, but just in case any of you guys, which I imagine some of you, or if not all of you, are better than I am, I'm going to read this to you in case you want to give a crack at it. So it says, imagine the setup. White has king, queen, rook, bishop, knight, and pawns. Black has king, queen, rook, bishop, knight, and pawns. Key detail. Black king is on e8. Black queen is on d8. White knight is on c6. What move should white play? It also gives you a hint. I'm not going to read the hint. And it says, think about where can the knight jump, and can it give check and attack something valuable. In case you are wondering what the answer was, here it is. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce this, so pardon me. NC6 D8 plus. The knight moves from C6 to D8. The square is occupied by the black queen, so the queen is captured. It's also a check on the king. This is called a knight fork. 1 move, 2 threats. King is in check, so black must respond. Black cannot save the queen. So I actually learned something from ChatGPT. I learned what a fork is. I'm going to write that down in my journal. And then I'm probably going to move on to step 3. Okay, as you see, this is not one of the main points that I want to talk about, but a honorable mention is Fiverr. I am not affiliated, partnered, or sponsored with Fiverr, but I know they offer great coaches on Chess. Chess Coach. And there you go. I will be your personal chess coach. $15. We got another one for $15, another one for $20, one for $35. As you can see, there's 187 results. So, you know, the options are pretty vast. But like I said, I'm not going to do that in this video, but it is a great honorable mention, and it could work for you. Alright, method 3, you can see I have the analysis board pulled up. If you're in the chess community, I'm sure you've seen this a lot. Let's just get right into it. So basically, it's going to give you a rundown of each piece. It's going to show you how it can move, give you different setups, I think. This is pretty much to help you understand the game more. You know, it's giving you a visualization of the game so you don't just have to watch videos. Now, I would like to state, I am not playing against a bot on here. I am actually moving both pieces. I am playing as both white and black, but this is just so I can really understand how the game works and get a good visualization without worrying about what my opponent is going to do. As you can see, now that I have made an opening, you can see dots for... Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I believe I can undo. Yeah, okay. This arrow also allows you to undo. Very helpful, which you cannot undo in an actual game. So that is another perk to using this to learn. Back to what I was saying. The dots... when you have your piece highlighted, the dots are going to show you where you can move that piece. Don't pay attention to the setup. I'm sure it's god awful. I don't know anything about this setup. I'm just trying to just visualize how each piece can move. Now I have it set up to where I can take my first piece, which is going to be a pawn. Like I said, ignore the setup. I'm doing this just to demonstrate how, you know, to take the piece. You're going to see I have two options. I can either move up one space, or I can go diagonally and take this black pawn. Now, I'm not sure how good of a choice this would be in an actual game, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to take it. Okay, so what I've done here is I'm setting up the board for an en passant, just to demonstrate. So let's say, for the sake of this demonstration, of course, this pawn right here moved forward. And while that pawn is in that position, white decides to move their pawn right here up 2 spaces. Now, what the black pawn at d4 can do is it can move diagonally and still take that piece. And that's pretty much an explanation of the en passant rule, like as simply as it can be put. Like I said, I'm an absolute beginner, so I feel like the way I described it was pretty easy to understand. At least I hope so. I find that this website gives you good options. It even lets you practice against other bots. If you're looking for an interactive way to learn chess, I absolutely recommend this website. I'm not sponsored in any type of way, but just in my experience, I think it's fantastic. You know, you can play against bots. You can host an actual match. They also have different sections, you know, different tools. They have puzzles. They have ways to learn about chess. So take it from somebody who's completely unbiased. This website is great. Alright, we went through every method, and I think the only thing left is to try and play a game of chess. I already know. I don't even... I'm gonna fail so miserably bad. But you know what? It's the journey. And now, I think it's time to try and play a game. It's time to play the game. Time to play the game! And now, it is time to lose. I'm just going to be honest. I still do not really have a grasp of chess, like at all. Just a tiny little bit. But to put it simply, one day is not enough time to even barely learn the game. At least for me. I mean, I'm not very smart, so maybe I'm not good for this experiment. But anyway, I have the engine pulled up at the lowest difficulty, or the lowest elo, and yeah, let's just start the game. So I guess I'm gonna go do this. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh my god. Wait, did he just put me in check? I don't. Oh, I'm about to lose to the easiest bot. Oh shit. So all I can do is that. See, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even understand like the moves I'm making. I'm just ay ay ay. Ah, no way. Oh man, well, there it is. I can't learn chess in a day. Did you really think I was gonna go out like that? Nah. I'm getting my get back. Listen, I hopped back on. It is 2:30 in the morning. If I lose again, it's over. Alright, let's go. Wait, okay. Let's go. Let's go. Bro. Oh, this was right after the kill. I want to fuck myself in my garage. What? Why? I think the bot is sick. Worst move I probably ever made. I hope y'all are getting a laugh out of this, at least. Is it even possible to be this bad at chess? I might be the worst. Ah, I wanted to use that and take that. You see what I'm saying? That to there. Ah, I hate my life. 250 fucking reload, by the way. That's not great. Got me. Yep. I'm fucking knocked. I'm so fucking cooked. I'm so cooked. What do I do? Okay. There it is. Well, oh shit. I will say, at least in the second game, I think I did just a little bit better. I lost to the lowest rank possible. Anyway, guys, there's your answer. A day, for me personally, is not enough time to learn chess. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This video was way out of my element. It was definitely something new, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, please leave a comment. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and leave a subscribe. It would mean a lot. But that's it, guys. I'm Brandon. Every man elevated.